guys how to play Bad Moon Rising by CCR on my Journey Instruments OF422 travel guitar. This is one of the coolest guitars I own because it is collapsible, so it makes it super compact and great for travel. So if you are interested in this model or any of their other collapsible guitars, I'll make sure to link them down below. Here is a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we only have 3 different chords to play through the entire song, so we're going to start with our D major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner course right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out right here. The next chord is our A major. And then the last chord you need to know is our G major. Those are the only 3 chords you need to know to play through this entire song. So go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them, because it'll make learning the rest of the song so much easier. And even though there's only 3 chords in this song, it does move pretty quickly, so you want to make sure you have those transitions down. So if this is a skill you're currently struggling with, I would recommend checking out my Practice With Me series that I have right here on YouTube, where we go through this skill in real time together. But once you have those chords under your belt, then we can go ahead and talk about these strumming patterns that you can use to play through this song. Alright guys, so as I always say, if you are brand new to playing guitar, or you're somebody who struggles with playing guitar while singing at the same time, the first thing I would suggest doing is to bring up the song and go ahead and play through the entire thing with a single down strum as you sing through the song. And you want to take this time to really get used to what word or what syllable you're singing whenever those chords are changing. So here's a quick example of what that would look like. I see a bad moon rising. So that's just a really quick example, but you would essentially want to do that for the entire song and just really take a mental note of where those chords are changing. This will help you figure out things like, for example, you can see we're moving from our A to our G chord a little quicker than we're moving from our D to our A chord. That's all stuff that you'll figure out as you do this single down strum pattern. So this is actually something you do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I'll make sure to leave that link in the description box for you. But once you've done that, we can talk about how we can add more to this pattern to make more of a full strumming pattern that you can use for this song. Alright guys, so for the strumming pattern you can use for this song, as you can see, it's fairly simple. We just have down, down, up, which is a really common pattern you'll see used in a lot of different songs on guitar. However, in this particular song, we do want it to have more of a bouncy rather than a straight rhythm. So how we're going to accomplish that is we're going to assign each beat here a triplet, okay? So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, which you might be more used to seeing, we're going to have 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Okay, so each beat is broken up into like 3 sub beats. And the reason why we want to do this is because this is what will accomplish that more bouncy, folksy kind of rhythm for the strumming. So now that we've discussed how we count that, this is what it would sound like. We have 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Alright, it's such a subtle difference between the more bouncy, like kind of triplet rhythm counting versus a more straight 8th note counting, so it'll definitely take some getting used to, but I think once you put it in context of the song, it'll make a lot more sense. So basically what we want to do is we're going to play this pattern 1 time through per chord throughout almost the entire song. However, in the chorus, we are going to repeat the pattern twice for some of these chords. So let's go ahead and take a look at that chorus. We're starting here on our G chord. You're going to play this pattern through 2 times for G, so we have down, down, up. All right, remember that little bouncy rhythm. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. To D, down, down, up, twice. And then the rest of these chords just gets 1 time through. A, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, D. And twice on that D again. So the rhythm is pretty straightforward, but what is going to be a little more challenging about this song is the tempo. So this song goes really pretty quick. So once you speed up that rhythm a little bit more, it'll sound like this. We've got G twice, D twice, A, G, D twice. All right? sound like a little bit more sped up. In fact, I think the actual song goes even faster than that, so definitely pause the video and take as much time as you need to get used to this strumming pattern and the way your arm has to move to get those motions down. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is that in the verse, we are going to be changing chords a little bit faster. So in our verse, we start with our D, and that's going to get the full strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, up. Then from here on Bad and Moon, we're going from our A to our G rather quickly. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to split those two chords into one measure. So one measure is going to be split between those two chords. So what I'm going to do here is put a little vertical line in the middle here, and that represents where we want to change our chords. So now what we're seeing is we're basically repeating the last half of this pattern twice. Okay? So on our A chord, we have down, down, up, and then our G, down, down, up. All right, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... And that's the only place in this song you'll see that is between the A and the G, that more quick transition. That's the only place you want to use this second strumming pattern. All right, so let's go ahead and do the verse. On our D chord, we're sticking with strumming pattern 1, down, down, up, down, up. Then A to G is our split strumming pattern 2, down, down, up, down, down, up. Back to D and our first strumming pattern. Down, down, up twice. All right? And that line is what you'll see repeated throughout the entire verse. So without stopping, we've got D, A, split to D. Twice. D, A, G, D. All right? And once you can play that line, that's basically like, I'd say 90% of the song, because the chorus is just a little bit different. So once you get the chord transitions down and you kind of have that more bouncy strumming rhythm, what you want to do is you slowly want to speed it up until you can get it at the original tempo. So the original tempo, like I said, is pretty quick. It'll sound more like this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I see the bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and the lightning. I see bad times today. All right, so that's an example of the verse, and that's how you would play all the verses through this song. Now again, moving back into the chorus, we're gonna just stick with strumming pattern 1, so we're not doing any split measures here, but we are going to repeat some of these chords for 2 measures. So again, we've got G, down, down, down twice, to D, twice, to A once, G once, back to D, twice. Don't go around tonight, but it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. All right? So basically, we've played through one of the verses and one of the choruses, and because this song is very repetitive, you would play this exact same way for all of the verses and all of the choruses into the end of the song. All right, guys, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to get that strumming rhythm under your belt, including that little split measure. That can be a little bit tricky if you're a beginner, so definitely just take as much time as you need to really understand how to do that and where to apply it. But once you've done that, then we can go ahead and take everything we learned in this video and put it together to play through the song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go. Jamming out to the rest of this song with me? Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link for that in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe and feel, but it's just as fun and easy